Welcome to our webinar. My name is Mika Sissonen. I am on the product marketing team for ServiceNow Impact. Also on the call today, I have my colleagues Don Hart and Matt Hong from the Impact product management team. We have a lot packed in today's session, so to keep things rolling, I'm going to let them introduce themselves later when they come on. So before we begin, I want to go over a couple of housekeeping items first. This presentation may contain forward-looking statements that should not be relied on for purchasing decisions. And today's session is also part of Live on ServiceNow, which is a curated event series that connects you with ServiceNow experts and peers that can help you deploy your products and achieve value faster. Please do join us again at another webinar after this one, or one of our 360 exchanges. You can see the schedule by scanning this QR code or using the link that I think we'll share in the chat. Also, before we begin, we'd love you to ask questions. We will reserve time at the end of the presentation for Q&A. There is a Q&A feature within Zoom that we'd like you to use to ask questions throughout the session, and then we'll collect them and answer them at the end of the session. This session will be recorded and shared on the community if you want to see it recorded later. So feel free to head over to the community where you can also find the Impact Product Hub. That's where you can engage with experts, ask questions, see the latest innovations, and look for other upcoming events. And then finally, after the session, there's going to be a survey. We'd love to hear your thoughts about how this webinar went. All right, so before we get into the main content, we've always got a poll. I want to ask those of you on the call, how do you track the value you're getting from ServiceNow? The options are, do you use formal metrics and dashboards? Do you use a gut feeling, manually generated reports, or do you not have any good tracking mechanisms in place? All right, as I see the results coming in here, you guys can't see them, but I can see them coming in. We've got sort of a tie right now between metrics and dashboards and no tracking mechanisms. In fact, I think no tracking mechanisms right now is in first place. Give it a couple more moments here. Nobody currently has said they use just a gut feeling for value metrics, which is excellent. I think the popcorn is slowing down here, so I'll end the poll in just a moment. Let's see if we can get anybody to answer a couple better questions here. All right, I'm going to end the poll. Unfortunately, you might be able, oh, there we go. I'm going to share the results. Adrian, are you able to share them? I can't seem to share them right now. Oh, perfect. All right. In the lead, we don't have good tracking mechanisms in place. And then right behind it, we've got formal metrics and dashboards and manually generated reports right behind. So interesting, because if you found that poll question hard to answer, you have come to the right webinar. We are going to be talking about ServiceNow Impact, which is all about achieving and measuring the value you get from ServiceNow. And here's what we're going to cover today. First, we're going to give you a brief refresher on what Impact is and how it helps you put AI agents to work. Then I'll do a brief overview of what's new in the Q2 store release for Impact. Next, Matt's going to come on and do a demo of the latest features in Impact. And then after that, Matt and Don will tag team on the future roadmap for Impact and customer success. And in fact, that's something that we covered at Knowledge in last month, but we wanted to share that here as well in case you weren't in Vegas for that event. And then finally, we'll close with time for Q&A as mentioned. So just like I said a moment ago, Impact is all about helping you get more value faster out of your ServiceNow investment, whether it's putting AI or other innovations to work faster. It's a customer success product that's powered by both AI and human expertise, and here's what it does. Number one, it helps you deploy and adopt capabilities like AI agents faster, define your vision for ServiceNow, and track your return on your investment. Number two, it helps you keep things running smoothly with 24/7 tech support to minimize your downtime and maximize productivity. And then third, Impact makes sure your platform performs at its peak and gives your team time to innovate and help your organization grow. And then finally, it's also going to give you help from experts from ServiceNow, increase your team's expertise, and help them use best practices. These are some of the results that we've seen from Impact so far. In fact, Forrester did a study for us, and they found that Impact customers are getting more value from the ServiceNow platform, often 20% or more. And then Impact is also making it faster for them to deploy new ServiceNow applications. And then on top of that, our customers, like the ones that you see listed here at the bottom, are using Impact to improve their platform health and governance and adopt platform innovation and upgrade faster. Before I cover what's new, I want to also show you 4 ways Impact helps you put AI agents and AI in general to work faster. First, Impact helps you create a path for success by making sure the foundations for AI are ready and aligned to your business objectives. And if not, you'll get expert guidance to set things up. Then we will work shoulder to shoulder with you as you test and implement AI so that you'll be able to see AI agents in action. In fact, we'll help you jumpstart the process with a copy of your own data in a temporary instance so you can see how to enable and configure the capabilities that'll drive the most value for you. And then you'll get expert coaching along the way. Third, Impact will help you optimize the performance of your platform so that as you put AI agents to work in every corner of your business, you can be sure your platform is healthy and ready with platform health tools and expert guidance on best practices. And then finally, Impact is going to help you maximize and accelerate value by making sure that you're driving the business results you need fast. It's going to do that by helping you refine your strategic vision for ServiceNow, align capabilities you deploy to the outcomes you want, and then promote your success to stakeholders so you can get more budget to do even more things later. So what is new in Q2 for customer success and Impact? So the first thing I'll cover in the next couple of slides is a new AI service available from our expert services team. So that's not part of Impact, but it's part of our larger customer success ecosystem. Then inside Impact, I'll also talk about our new AI agent focus accelerator called Jumpstart Your AI Agent Studio Accelerator. And then also as part of Impact, I'll mention 2 new things about our instance monitoring tool called Instance Observer. So first, let's cover that AI service I mentioned called quite descriptively ServiceNow AI Service. Like I said, it's not part of Impact, but it is part of our expert services catalog, which is what we call our professional services team here at ServiceNow. There are 3 different engagements available that you can purchase. One is Assess and Advise, which gives you an assessment report that helps you identify use cases and actions you can take to expand and optimize with AI. The second is Implement and Deploy, and that one helps you get Now Assist up and running quickly across the products you own. And then the third is Optimize and Evolve, and that one helps you expand into AI agents and other platform capabilities fast. Then, as always, we add more accelerators in every release of Impact, including this one. So again, now this one is part of Impact. Accelerators are expert-guided engagements that are available as part of Impact that are designed to help you adopt new features faster, reduce complexity, and see results sooner. And for Q2, the one that I want to call out is Jumpstart Your AI Agent Studio. It's available to all our paid Impact customers. And what it does is give you an overview and applied demo of AI agents in the ServiceNow platform. And you'll be shown how you can use autonomous AI agents or human-in-the-loop agents and integrate them seamlessly across the platform and beyond. Then you can orchestrate them to perform all kinds of tasks with as much or as little human intervention as you want. The next thing I'll cover is Instance Observer, which is also part of Impact. And it's an instance monitoring solution that helps you track platform performance and availability in near real time. With it, you can spot issues before they affect users and make decisions based on data about your ServiceNow platform and operations. And for this Q2 release, what we've done is create an add-on that makes the full power of Instance Observer available to customers with the Impact Guided plan. So if you have Impact Guided, you can purchase this add-on and you will get access to all the modules available in Instance Observer, including alerting, AI anomaly detection, and analytics, which are the same feature set available to customers on our Impact Total plan. So even if you have Impact Guided, you can purchase this add-on so you get all those features that are available in Impact Total for Instance Observer. The other thing we've done for Instance Observer is we've continued to improve its capabilities, as we always do. So what's new for Q2 is that you can now build a custom Network Operations Center or NOC dashboard to streamline and improve instance performance with proactive monitoring and forecasting. And then you'll also be able to optimize large tables with weekly forecasts to help you stop performance bottlenecks. And then finally, you'll be able to take advantage of application level UX insights to improve performance and user satisfaction. So with that said, and now it's time for Matt to come on to do his demo of new stuff in the Q2 store release. Matt, I will let you take it away, and I think you're going to take the share for me.
Yep. All right. Thanks so much, Mika. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. First, in terms of the demo for some of our new features as part of the Q2 store release, I wanted to walk us through our new configurable knock dashboard, one of the features that Mika just referenced. So with the Q2 store release, you can now customize a dashboard similar to the one that we're seeing right here that allows your platform admins to have all of the critical system metrics that are relevant to them in one location so that they can efficiently track system health without navigating through multiple pages. So for the demo today, let's actually create a dashboard from scratch, kind of walk through that process together. So here in Instance Observer, I'm going to create a dashboard from scratch. Let's go ahead and give it a name. For example, let's say, let's just call it instance dashboard. A description for this as well, and which instances I would like to track in regards to this dashboard. So once we choose that, as well as the visibility, do we want to just make it private, only visible to myself, or public to all the users in my organization? Let's go ahead and click create. I'll just call this create. Cool. So now that the dashboard has been created, we can actually go ahead and add a few widgets to this dashboard. In the top right here, I can select add widget, and I have the option of creating both custom as well as out-of-the-box widgets. First, let me go ahead and create a custom one. Let's say that I want to track our user transaction account or user transaction count across time. And here I actually have a lot of different options that I can choose from. Pretty much the same categories of metrics that Instance Observer already provides for me. So let's go ahead and select transaction response type. I'll go ahead and select a time series. And the metric that I want to track here is user transaction account. Oops. Sorry about that. Looks like I got logged out, but no problem. We'll just log back in. All right, let's go back to editing, custom, transaction response time, time series here, user transaction count. There we go. All right, so here I can see I also have some options. Do I want to aggregate the data at an instance level or at a node level? Are there any specific options that I want to select here? And if I want to change the actual chart type. But this looks good for me in terms of what I'm looking for, so I can go ahead and add that to the dashboard. From there, I'll be able to reference this chart in this dashboard right here, can move it alongside or move it down if I want to. But let's go ahead and add something else. Let's say I want to add something around my open now support cases. And instead of creating something custom, let's go ahead and create something out of the box. So here, the Knock dashboard comes with a few pre-configured widgets that I can use without the need of me going through that same custom flow as I did for this user transaction count chart. So I want to take a look at open cases and click on this, see a preview of what that widget is going to look like. And let's go ahead and add to the dashboard here. So here in one page, I can take a look at my user transaction count over time for this one instance, and I have access into the open cases that I have in regards for mount support. So no need for me to have to go through and sift through a few different pages. I can have all the relevant information just available for me on one page. So let's say I keep building this out a little bit more and more. And I have a few other charts here that I created just for the interest of time. I have a couple others here that I've created, one for on semaphore default means, slope queries, node health, so on and so forth. And I actually want to share this with my manager, and just so that I can give my manager a pulse check as to what's going on overall. Here I can actually present in a full screen presenter view and walk through those key metrics together, point out any things that my manager is interested in, kind of have this dashboard available. So benefit of Knock dashboards here in Instance Observer is I can reduce navigation time by a significant amount, really transforming the monitoring experience by putting complete system visibility right here at my fingertips. So the other feature that I wanted to show as part of this new release is within our store application, we can now view accelerators directly within capabilities maps and product adoption roadmaps, really helping tie insights with actions all together. So let's say here, I am in platform owner. I am in the Impact Store application right now, and I want to review my roadmap for generative AI. So I head over to product adoption roadmaps, and I select our roadmap for generative AI. From here, it looks like I'm actually ready to get started on implementing Now Assist for ITSM. And so when I click onto that capability, I get taken to this new page where I receive some helpful notes around what Now Assist for ITSM is, links to product documentation, and even a link directly to the admin console for Now Assist. And now we also have this new tab here as well, where I can see all the related accelerators to help me deploy Now Assist for ITSM. From here, I know exactly what expertise is available to me to get started on my implementation journey. And I can request it directly from here as well. So in the past, I would need to navigate to different pages, search for relevant accelerators tied specifically to this capability. But now we are bringing insight and action closer together to help customers get the guidance they need even faster. So Mika and I, we just shared what's available for all of us to start using today. But now I'd like to turn it over to Don Hart, who's going to walk us through where we're taking the product in the future. So Don, I'll pass it over to you.
Awesome. Give me a minute. Oops. Apologize. Oh, little issue here, but okay. Are you guys seeing my presenter view?
No, we're seeing your PowerPoint view. Do you want me to share, Don?
I think so. I'm having some issues. I really do apologize. It was working before.
No problem at all. Let me just go to that.
Or Mika, do you want? I can just keep.
Oh,
keep
sure.
sharing.
Yeah, you got it.
That'll-
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Apologize, but thanks, Matt. That was an awesome demo. So I think we're going to do something a little bit different than we've normally done, which is we wanted to take a little bit of time during this webinar to share some of the exciting upcoming innovations that we have on our roadmap that we covered at Knowledge. So Matt, if you want to yeah, great. So one of the things that we announced at Knowledge was um, a major step in our journey to evolve and innovate on customer success, which is that we acquired Bravium Labs, which is a division of Bravium's consulting. And that acquisition is going to bring self-healing code and real-time monitoring to Impact. And it's going to really supercharge our ability to deliver agentic AI to all of you. And that's just one way we're extending our commitment to your success. The other way, and that kind of really fits into this 3-year product evolution that we're showing on this slide, which is over the past 3 years, we've delivered more than 100 major innovations across 18 releases. And we just wanted to say a big thank you to our product advisory council customers and design partners who've really helped us shape this roadmap and the product to make it what it is today. And we're really not stopping here. It's really just the beginning. So we're going to go into some of these really exciting and upcoming innovations in our releases, and our focus is really to help you with smoother implementations, better adoption by your users, maintaining and optimizing a healthy platform, and providing clear value to your stakeholders. And if you take two things away from this session, we're making the work you do easier with AI, and we're going to help you go even faster by having AI do work for you when you want it to. So I'm going to share what's coming in the area of expertise and guidance, and then Matt's going to go into some demos around what the future of digital capabilities will be like in Impact. So AI is changing super fast. I think we all know that. It seems like every day when I look at my social feed, I see some new innovation or exciting capability that's coming. And so we're putting a ton of effort into creating a comprehensive set of AI and agentic accelerators and services. And we really want to help you with every part of the process. And that's going to include figuring out how AI can help you, getting those ideas working, and even offering expert help to get things set up. Plus, we'll help you make sure everything is managed well and keeps getting better, so you get the most out of AI without any headaches. So with AI-enabled strategy and architecture, you're going to be able to dive into some awesome benefits of ServiceNow's tried and true methods for governance, center of excellence, and maturity assessments. And you'll be able to take things at your own speed with our detailed video guides and easy to follow workbooks. Everything is set up to help you hit your goals, and you'll be able to find it all right within the Impact application. It's all about making your journey smooth and successful. And finally, with in-platform configuration, you're going to get top-notch support, and it's going to help you to fine-tune your live solutions and make your platform perform at its best. And that's whether addressing health findings or adding the latest feature to your core solutions. And we're going to have you covered across all of that. You'll get extra tech skills and know how to help you put our recommendations into action. And the best part, you'll have a solid team backing you up to hit your goals even faster. So with that, Matt, well, I'll turn it over to you to go over some of the digital innovations on our roadmap.
Great. Thanks so much, Don. So let's first dive into value and adoption. First innovation that I want to show you all is the way we can help you drive value and adoption through success paths. You'll get simplified, actionable guidance powered by AI that's tailored specifically to your business needs and maturity level. So let's take a quick look at this. Let's say I'm a platform owner, and I'm going to head into Impact and create a new success path. In this step-by-step guide, I select the products that I'm interested in getting help with and the business challenge that I'm hoping to solve. In this case, I'm interested in maximizing my usage of ITSM here. Let's go ahead and continue. Next, Impact will automatically provide a performance and usage report regarding ITSM. And it will also provide an AI-generated recommendation of areas that I should focus on, and I can compare my usage with peers within my industry. Can also see a good number of capabilities that are currently not in use or have very low usage. And additionally, at the very bottom, there are a few outcomes that I should be tracking, such as increasing employee productivity and optimizing IT service delivery. When I go ahead and generate the path, I receive a roadmap on what my team and I need to focus on in order to reach those goals I set up in the first step. This is a mix of implementing new features, capabilities, taking certain courses and now learning, and initiating accelerators with my Impact Squad. Here, I now have a robust and customized step-by-step plan from start to finish, guaranteeing me success. This is how I will set up my team up for success when implementing ServiceNow. With success paths, I have all the relevant data I need on one page. At the top, a clear summary, measurable outcomes that are important for my business, and down below, a tried and tested blueprint on what to do next. Next, I would like to introduce you to Implementation Agent. This is where we can help automate the implementation of customer requirements defined as part of accelerators. Let's see how. Starting from that success path I had just created, I'm going to actually click on one of those recommended accelerators, which is Jumpstart Service Operations Workspace. Here, as I'm requesting an implementation agent for that accelerator, can answer a few simple questions that are related to the requirements of the implementation, such as, do I want a tiered landing page? Do I want the landing page to be default screen for 2+ line agents? So on and so forth. Once I've configured it to the requirements that make sense for me, I can go ahead and implement. Implementation agent is going to take those requirements, goes ahead and clones a copy of my instance, and configures it based on those requirements. On this screen here, I can see the steps that the agent is taking in real time, including a view of the implementation itself. When it's complete, I'm ready to check into my cloned instance and start testing Service Operations Workspace with my actual data. So this is another way of how Impact and AI can help you plan your roadmap and execute on it. Now let's shift over to platform health and observability. First, we have the live code checker. This is a new tool that will automatically spot technical debt and provide an agent who will provide solutions to fix those issues. Let's go ahead and see this one in action. Now, let's say I'm a ServiceNow developer. I'm working on a new script. But before I'm ready to push any changes into production, I want to make sure that I'm not adding additional technical debt to my platform. With this feature, Impact will run the code that I've written through a series of tests and best practice checks, and immediately identify areas of improvement that I should implement. The findings are organized based on priority from most critical to least. So let's go ahead and review the critical findings first. When I click on it, Impact is going to provide a critical finding here that shows up 5 times in the code that I've just written. Here, I'll receive an explanation behind this finding, as well as clear next steps on what I should do. I can have the agent make that change for me automatically. I could assign it to someone on my team or move on to the next critical finding. I definitely want the agent to fix this for me, so I'm going ahead to selecting that option. With a click here, Impact has updated my code, ensuring I'm following the right guidelines before pushing into production. You can see here on the script on line 11 that the live code checker agent has updated my code to adhere to best practices. Lastly, in health and observability, let's talk about application level monitoring. With this feature in Instance Observer, it lets you troubleshoot and debug issues with greater accuracy and efficiency. How is it doing this? Well, by providing detailed insights right at the application level. The best part, it also uses AI to give you recommendations on what to do next. So let's take a look at that. Here, I'm back in Instance Observer, and with application monitoring, I can seamlessly monitor the performance of all of the applications across my ServiceNow platform. At the very top, I can take a second to review key metrics, track trends, and also see an AI-powered summary of issues and a recommendation on what to do next to improve performance. But before I act on this recommendation that I see here, which is restarting a specific instance to restore performance, I want to have a little bit more detail around this. So I'm going to scroll down and review our application performance by response time, this bubble chart that we see right here. Each circle represents a specific application within my instance, ITSM, FSM, CSM. And the larger the bubble that I see here, the longer the average response time. Now I see one of these, which is a red bubble for ITOM. So let's go ahead and double click directly into this one. In this view, I start to understand the overall response time for ITOM across the last 24 hours. I can see which pages are causing spikes. And this first one that I see here with an average response time of 944 milliseconds looks like it's causing some major issues. So let's go ahead and dive in. When I click onto that page, I can pinpoint and identify the slowest transactions related to that page, organized by the transaction type, the average response time, latency, and more. And from here, I can investigate further to fully address the performance issue related to this application. So now that I've had reviewed some of those details, I'm now ready to take action on that AI-powered recommendation that I saw at the very beginning of this demo. So with that, thank you so much for your time. Really enjoyed being able to share some things that are available today with the Q2 store release, and then also showing you guys a little bit as to what we are planning in the future. But with that, I'll pass it back to Mika.
Great. Thank you so much, Matt, and thank you as well, Don. I just want to make it clear again that what Don and Matt just showed is not available yet in Impact, but it is on the future roadmap for it, which is what we covered at Knowledge last month and wanted to recap here if you missed the event. So now it's almost time for Q&A, but before we get to it, let's recap the key takeaways that we had today. First, we talked about two new things that speed your AI adoption, which are the Jumpstart Your AI Agent Studio Accelerator, and then the ServiceNow AI service from our expert services team. Then we talked about Instance Observer, including the new add-on that adds features for Impact-guided customers, and then also enhancements like the customizable dashboard for your network operations center. And then finally, as I just said, Don and Matt covered what's coming up in the roadmap for Impact, including features that cover all the capability areas in Impact like expertise, value, and health. So before we close, a few quick reminders. First, if you are an Impact customer already, we encourage you to install the new Impact Store application that we released just last quarter. The first QR code you see here will take you right to the store where you can do that. As a reminder, Impact has in the past been available separately from the ServiceNow platform, but now it's available right directly inside the platform as that store application that I mentioned. Then second, we host these webinars regularly, so if you want to join us in the future, you can see a list of them at the second QR code. And then finally, you can go to the Impact community to find today's recording, as well as upcoming events, and ask questions and engage with other Impact customers. So thank you for joining us today. Thanks also to Matt and Don for the roadmap details and demos. It's been our pleasure to share these new details about Impact with you. I hope you have a great rest of your day.